so sincerely and honestly, and everybody over there was praising me. But when the time comes, I was off. Then 3-4 months I was just sitting home and enjoying my EI and thinking like what I can do next actually, so that this thing never happened. That time I planned, okay, I have some skill in cooking, let's try it. So I started my catering and I started my study in George Brown in culinary management. So 2 years of study I finished successfully, inshallah. And then like my husband and my son, they encouraged me and we thought, okay, let's start something our own. So this is the story. Thank you so much. I hope you will enjoy our food today and our environment, and like support us. We need that thing. Yes. This is the most important thing. Not only, actually we are focusing not only Bangladeshi food. I will be infusing, as he said, like I have some experience from George Brown, from my study and from other cooking. So I will try to combine all of them, and there will be lots of varieties of food, not only Bangladeshi food. I don't want to focus only on like Bangladeshi community. So hopefully you will come next time and you will see some like varieties. Thank you so much all. Now, thanks.
Thank you so much. And congratulations again, Apu. So it's very important that we hear from the people who has already like tested her food. So we would start with someone who's very close to us, someone who's a politician within the Scarborough region. Can we please have Mohsin Bhuiya to come on the stage and say a few words about Shatkara? Few words.
Publicly, officially elected officials are here today. Thank you. Ms. Chaudhary has given us some overview, her experience and her expertise, and she's going to bring this expertise to this Canadian society to combine and give us a taste of Bangladesh and Canada in between. She's going to create something, hopefully, would be wonderful for the entire community. This is the worst time of the year, because today I was just watching the CP24, and there's a 67% year over year. That is, all the businesses are going on bankrupt. But the Canadian economy is not doing that well. So I really appreciate Ms. Chaudhary has taken these steps that opening up a restaurant and opening up a business that is going to bring some sort of strength and energy to this Canadian society. As we all know that the small businesses are the backbone of the Canadian economy. Ms. Chaudhary has taken these initiatives to bring the businesses for her and her family, as well as she will employ Canadian citizens or the Canadian permanent residence holder. So this is going to bring the strength, energy, and financially solvency to the Canadian society. Her steps is really encouraging. All of us, we are here today. So our responsibility is to support these small businesses and encourage all these entrepreneurs so that they stay on the business. And with our support, our help, and their charismatic work should bring the Canadian society the financially strength and energy. Thank you.
As you know, because I have been in Canada for quite some time, and I'm seeing female entrepreneurship wasn't much before, but it's rising, and I'm very happy about it. It looks very good. And in light of that female entrepreneurship, let's hear it from another female entrepreneur who's present amongst us today. So can we please have Farida Haq, who's the co-founder of Albion Building Constructions Incorporation, to say a little bit about why you think female entrepreneurship is the way to go and how it works out.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Farida Haq from Albion Building Consulting. But my congratulations to the Shatkara, and I know the person been long time. As a women entrepreneurship. If I cannot genderize, but I am very feminist. I try to be very generous. But one thing I can say, if you think the girl, the lady, whatever, whenever, whatever they get it, you cannot stop them. Yeah. This is the only thing. It's a strength. Like it's a strength for the lady. I've been 27 years in Toronto. So my first job in Toronto is 15 years. I've been Movenpick restaurant for hospitality industry. I grew up in Toronto, and for my perspective of entrepreneurship as a woman, the first things is the best impression is the first impression. As a women entrepreneurship, in all over world, I don't mind whatever you guys think. In all over world, the ladies is always the neglected. Whenever they go further or more above, the ladies has always a limitation. When the people think, I find out as a 27 years in Canada, I find out whenever I go somewhere, the first impression they always think, oh, I understand. Like whatever they said, I came from developing country. I live in now first world country. It doesn't matter. I feel same way. But first, I can tell, first impression is the best impression as a lady entrepreneurship. You have to show your first impression is boldness. You have to show, do not give the second chance to think about it. So as a lady entrepreneurship, I have to tell, congratulations for your new business. But as the hospitality industry is a southwest of Scarborough, I notice as a 27 years is Canada, is a decade, always is behind, but it's come up, it's coming up. You can see that within a 15 years is I'm in the hospitality industry, or you can see the home development or the real estate business. It will be another young and shepherd. I can see within a 15 years, you can see it is another young and shepherd coming up, and 350, I can say 350 like application in the city for high-rise building. So what I am trying to say, the demography is changing. So many competition out there. Restaurant business is going very good. People are like looking forward to have everything easy going, but you have to have a competition. And as a lady entrepreneurship, I have a full support for you. I have in front of me Dolly Begum, but only one thing I can say, please follow up the rules. The food and safety, tell the training, give your employee the best training. Especially I'm going to tell the hospitality industry is not easy to grow up. The food, you don't have to serve a lot of food. I can say, as most in my know, I've been 15 years in Movenpick, Marche. They have you pick up certain limit stuff, wherever you can show your effort and your specialty. And that is from me. And I was overwhelming. I wasn't ready to say something, but I'm very, very pleased. And I'm here to support you as a, not for the lady, is the southwest of Scarborough, one is the rising community. We want to build community strong. And I think it's the first impression when you come to go anywhere, the culture and everything, food is the first thing. So easy to meet people, greet people, communicate each other, and build a bonding with people. So I think you are in the right track. All the best. Thank you very much for my opportunity. Thank you
so much for saying this. Even at my home, right, I'm the only male person like this. I have 2 daughters and my wife, and I don't have a say. They are the one that rules, so all up for that. Last person from the community who has tested this food like over and out. I think this person has been testing it for 2-3 years, so can say a lot about it. Can we please have Morshid Nizam, CPA, a professional accountant who also happens to be a community and social development advocate. Few words.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I really want to invite Tanjina Apu, and Jahid Bhai, please come and share the moment with me. These guys really worked hard from catering, I would say from basement catering, and they have the courage. Please, you come too. And their son. I really want to thank them and really appreciate their courage to open this business. You know, Scarborough is a high dense area. It has lots of South Asian people and Bangladeshi people from our community. So they have the courage and inspiration and motivation to open this business in Scarborough Gaylord Rouge Park area, where there are lots of Bangladeshis are here, lots of South Asian people are here. I'm pretty sure they will taste the food, and you have already shown your pathway for other entrepreneurs who will encourage, motivate because of your initiative here. So I really want to thank them that they have arranged a wonderful event also today to gather all these community people and dignitaries and all these people. And I would expect, and I'm hopeful, I'm confident that not only our community but Scarborough people will support this kind of small business and your business. And as a neighbor of this area, I often come and test. Obviously, I take food from here, I would say at least 1 or 2 times in a week. So I wish you all the best, guys. And what can I say? I'm getting emotional because I'm so connected with them. I see them almost every day. So all the best for your journey. And not one, I wish you open many more locations in the name of Satgora. So that's what we want to see. Okay, thank you very much, and congratulations again.
All requests from the audience because they love the ambience and everything. So can you please have Robin Konko on here to share a few words and moments with us.
Hello, everyone. And first, I want to say congratulations to the opening of your new restaurant. I'm sorry for how I'm dressed. This was completely unexpected for me. I'm here with my daughter, Laura, who's in from New York, helping me with my nomination campaign as a conservative candidate for a nomination in Scarborough Gilded Rouge Park. But the only reason I asked to speak today is when you talk about females and you talk about entrepreneurs. So even though I didn't come to Canada as a new Canadian, I was raised at Broadview and Queen, which is a very poor neighborhood in Toronto, by my grandmother. I had nothing. I had a cold water tap, I had a hot water tap, and the water came from the spout. By the time I was 23 years old, I owned the Canadian distributorship for Checker Automobiles in Canada that became a multi-million-dollar corporation, and I did that with nothing. UPS started in Canada with my cars. After they stopped making Checkers, I owned a company that manufactured 1952 MGTD reproduction automobiles. I was the first person in North America to introduce cars as lotteries, as prizes, and then it went public on the Toronto Stock Exchange. So what I'm saying to you is, regardless of where you come from, regardless if you're an adult, regardless if you're anyone, if you're a teenager, when my daughter Laura was in law school, she wrote a speech in Parliament that amended one of the most important acts in Canada. And that was because she was doing an internship, and they gave her that opportunity to do that. So a lot of young people today say, I'm in school. What am I going to do? But you can do anything, and no one can stop you. And when someone says, no, you just go someplace else, as these people have done today. You open your restaurant, you open your business, you think, what can I do in my life that will make a difference? And I need help with my nomination in Scarborough Gilded Rouge Park, because I know how much I can do to help all of you. I know that I'm not doing this for a job. I don't need a job. I'm financially independent. My husband, Chuck, who passed away in July, he was a police officer for 47 years. He was the candidate in Scarborough Guildwood for the 2008, 2011, and 2015 elections, and I'm doing this to honor his memory. So I can tell you, if people will help me with my nomination, I promise you I will never, ever let you down, and I can tell you what you can do to succeed because nothing can stop you. And all the best. Your restaurant will be successful, and I thank you for these minutes that I can speak to you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All I can hope is when you're doing your meetings with your people, you come to this restaurant to do the meetings. That will sort of increase the business sales a little bit right before the election comes up. The next person whom I would love to come and share a few words with us is definitely someone I got to meet today, and is a very warm person, Alicia. So would you please come over? She is the Regional Vice President of GTA East Ontario PC Party. So can we please have Alicia Vianga to say a few words? Warm welcome.
Thank you. Well, I was not expecting that as well. So thank you and good afternoon, everyone. And VJ, lovely to see you. Happy New Year to everyone. And I am Alicia Vianga, and yes, I'm the Regional Vice President, GTA East for the Conservative Party. I'm also, last provincial election, I ran right across here in Guildwood. And some of you also know that I'm seeking a nomination in Pickering, Brooklyn for the federal election. So as a small business owner, I get it. I understand the importance as a woman as well too, and a woman of color, to get support from the community. Congratulations on this awesome endeavor. It's going to be a lot of hard work, but trust me, as women, we know we could do it. When they push us down, we rise, just like you did. When you were fired, you didn't just lay down and put the sheets over your head and sit around. No, you started a business. And so with that, I think we all have it in us as women, and as you said, to do great things. So congratulations again, and all the best. And I love, love, love eating food as well. And I will be here. Thanks.
Thank you so much. The Director of Communications and Press Secretary for Ontario Government. Few words and tell us that you're going to be here after the grand opening as well.
Well, you know what? I'd actually cede my time to MPP Tengagasalam. He's your MPP, so.
Yeah, he is on the list. Don't worry. So a few words, please.
Oh, over here.
To everyone.
Yes, perfect. Well, really excited to be here today. As everybody knows, I am a Scarborough community advocate, born and raised here in Scarborough, very proud to be a member of our community. I also sit on the Scarborough Renewal Organization's Economic Development Committee, so it's really important to me to see businesses thrive in Scarborough, and really to contribute to the cultural and economic fabric. I think I said earlier when I was speaking with some people here that 98% of businesses in Ontario are in fact small. So just 2% accounts for medium to large enterprises. So when you think about that, it's the small businesses that are the backbone of Ontario, and the small businesses that are truly driving us forward. It's the economic engine, both here in Ontario and in Canada. So congratulations again to you. I think your story is so inspirational, and it speaks volumes to not just what a small business owner can do, but what an entrepreneur from a marginalized community. As a woman, you spoke to the importance of female entrepreneurship. I think that is beautiful. Your story is not just going to be something to inspire folks here in our community, but it can inspire an entire generation of women just like you. So congratulations, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, and that was very inspirational. So we're talking about culinary business in Scarborough, right? And it would be unfair if we don't hear it from the president of the Scarborough Business Association. So Sean, can we please have you on the stage? Sean Alley and everyone.
I thought my first speech was the one that we're going to use, and I didn't realize I'm going to speak again like everyone else, but it's okay because I'm an improv type of person. So Sean Allen, Scarborough Business Association President, but I also sit with Vanya on the Scarborough Community Renewal Organization Economic Development Committee, and this right here is a testament to what Scarborough is all about. small businesses, like Vani said, like I said earlier, small businesses is what is the fabric of the community, and restaurants is the soul of the community. And like I said earlier, this is it right here. This is the testament. And you know what? I love food. Scarborough's all about restaurants. It's all about quality people and enjoying and embracing the food and the culture that represents what Scarborough's all about. We have all different kinds of communities, and we have the ability in Scarborough to taste the world. And that's what this is all about. And I just want to thank you guys again, because your story is truly phenomenal. I didn't know that you got laid off, because as a Scarborough Business Association president, I too am self-employed. I have businesses. I have 5 businesses, all built from Scarborough. And I started in my basement just like you. So I want to congratulate you on the success. And I'll be here supporting you as well, because I eat all kinds of food and I'm a foodie. And I think we should do a Scarborough food tour and start it right here. It's very important too, because people have to really enjoy and embrace the cultures in Scarborough. And I think we should start that food tour here. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Sean. Finally, we come to one of the person who has been helping Bangladeshi business for a long period of time, has been a support for all of us. Apparently, wherever I go into any Bangladeshi community, I have seen her there supporting everyone. So can we please have Dolly Begum, MPP for Scarborough Southeast and the Deputy Leader of the official opposition, to say a few words.
Thank you very much. A lot of mics. That just goes to show how important this is, right? Assalamu alaikum, adab. Good afternoon, everyone. It's such an honor for me and such a pleasure to join you all. First, I should say thank you to all the media that's here. I know there are multiple media outlets from our community that's here, and it is also, yeah, a big round of applause. আমাদের সব মানে বাংলায় বলি একটু সব কমিউনিটির এই যে কোনো কনভারসেশন যে কোনো স্পেশালি এরকম যখন বিজনেস শুরু হয় তখন ওরা পৌঁছায় যায় অ্যান্ড ইটস আ ভেরি গুড ওয়ে প্রমোশন করার জন্য সো অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ কৃতজ্ঞতা জানাই আপনাদেরকে অ্যান্ড দেন আই ওয়ান্ট টু থ্যাংক অল আওয়ার কমিউনিটি লিডার্স all the individuals who have come together as well as people who have been supporting Shatkora Catering for a very long time. I think it is a testament to the community's strength and the resilience that you have shown. So thank you so much to those who have been supporting Tanzania Apa for so long to to make sure that we can get here today. Thank you very, very much. And finally, I also want to thank the family. Tanzania Apur family, I know whenever I have ordered, and we have for quite a few years now, the family has been, surrounding her with that support. So, unar chele, husband, they have been there, and I think it is something that truly, as women, and we've had some strong women speak here today, that is something that's truly beautiful as well. Now, there are a few things that I could say about women entrepreneurship. We heard some strong, a lot of motivational speeches as well about the way, you have to be resilient, how you're always pushed down and you have to rise. Sean talked about, kind of rising when you're alone, when you're at a point where you're, laid off, you lost everything and you kind of rise again. And honestly, I think Scarborough is truly that community where we see strength like that. Scarborough is that community that allows for individuals like this business right here to grow and to become that vibrant voice. And I am so incredibly proud. I know that as a Scarborough resident myself, I am so proud of the strength that we have in Scarborough. And when actually recently I was at an event and there was somebody who was visiting Toronto for the event, and they said to me, আমাদের বাংলাদেশি খাবারের আরো যদি একটু প্রেজেন্টেশন আরো যদি ভালো হয় I was a little offended. I was like, আপনি কি বলতেছেন? What are you talking about? He was talking about Bangladeshi food and how, other culinary, the presentation, the taste, it has grown across the city. And I said, no. Just come to Scarborough. I will take you around. And so I think we need this tour, this culinary tour of Scarborough and for Bangladeshi cuisine as well, because there is a true pride in the taste, the presentation, and the art that is and that you have shown. Shatkora or catering onek menu diversity is incredible. So I'm truly I know that there is a lot of talent out there, and there is a lot of demand that will be there as well. And I see some more folks coming in who actually people that I know who have made sure that I order. So for example, my colleague here, MPP Vijay Tanigasalam, Minister of Tanigasalam, I should say, we know that whenever we do events, we go out of our way to support our community, support our riding. And there are community members who actually make sure that we do that as well. They will contact us and they will say, well, you know what, we have a local business, we have a woman entrepreneur who's doing this. And I know we do this, even though we're from different parties, we agree on these aspects that strengthen our community to make sure that we help local businesses, we help women business owners to make sure that they're able to flourish and really grow within their business. I'll just end by saying that as a woman growing up in Scarborough, there are times that you struggle. And Tanzina Appa has truly been that example where she struggled to get to where she is today. And when you struggle, when you put in your hard work, you know the true meaning of hard work and how to continue, even when you're pushed down. But we need to make sure that we as a community show our support for businesses. So we'll go out there and we'll make sure that we bring in more support for our local businesses. I know this is just a little bit outside of my riding, but that won't stop us. We'll make sure we support one another because that's the way we can help our neighbor. And I know that Tanzania Appu will continue, and I think someone already said this is not the first. There will be many and many more years of celebration that we have for Shatkora. So congratulations, I wish you all the very best and for many, many years. Thank you very much.
I think that's true, right? Helping and going beyond our riding is what we really need. That's a lot of people. So the last person to come on the stage and say a few words is actually from this riding, the Associate Minister of Housing for Ontario, Vijay Tanigasalam. Can we please have you? Thank you.
Hello everyone. First of all, Happy New Year to everyone. It's great to be here along with my Scarborough colleague MPP Dolly Begum and my good friend Sean Allen, Vani, Alicia from the party. Alicia's husband is in the back. It's great to see all the community members from the Bangladeshi community. First off, I want to start with Madam Tanzina Chowdhury. I read your story through my staff that you started this as a catering business in the community, and then now this is your first location. I said first, madam, because I hope this will become maybe a franchise and spread all across Canada and beyond. So I wish you all the very best, and people are still keep coming. It shows that, like MPP Begum mentioned, that I think you are bringing the community together through food. And Scarborough is definitely a very diverse cuisine scene, and definitely we have to do something, as Sean said, maybe a food festival or food tour. But one thing that I know, many people here either were born in Canada or immigrated to Canada. When you start, you always start maybe as a dishwasher or truck driver or work in a factory, one or double shift, wait for the bosses on the cold. I'm sure now, like Tanzina, she became an owner of a restaurant. I'm sure this is not just one story. There are many, many stories like this, and Scarborough celebrates all these stories. Scarborough is full of all these stories. So I want to see this Shatkora go across the province and across the country. When I came to Scarborough, like we really didn't have a lot of support to help each other. I didn't even know a word called mentor. But once I reached university and going to work, then people start talking about mentorship. People start talking about, oh, you should get that. But I was thinking, how come no one taught us these things when I was in high school, right? But right now, I can tell you one thing: Scarborough scene, whether it's a cuisine scene or Scarborough business scene overall is thriving. I think I've been going to a couple of events, and one event just stands out is the Walk of Fame that's happened at STC, and I think Sean was part of it, was one of the Walk of Fame recipient. I hope one day, ma'am, you will become a Scarborough's Walk of Fame, because this is definitely a Scarborough story. When my mom came here, she had a music degree back in India and Tamil degree back in Tamilulam, but then she wants to work here, so she went to Seneca, got her early childhood education diploma, and then when she went to Seneca, she was also learning English on the side. So when I walked in and I asked the gentleman next to me, who's this owner, Tanzina, and then he showed me, and then you just reminded me of my mother. She came here and she worked hard, and now she's almost like a senior level for 15 years working in a childcare. So you just reminded me of my mom. So there are many stories like this. Let's celebrate together. From my side, I want to give a quick update to the community members, especially a lot of media members. They are fully covering everything from day one. Just 15 minutes from here, we are building the first ever medical school in Scarborough. That is changing the landscape. That is definitely changing the landscapes of Scarborough, because when Dolly and I got elected, even though we both are from two different political stripes, we fight for Scarborough. And when I looked at the whole healthcare field, there are a lot of questions came, but when I graduated, there are a lot of doctors. My friends want to become doctors, but their parents pay tax here. But for them to become a doctor, they had to go to America, UK, Cuba, Ireland to become a doctor. I was like, because it's so much competitive here and only limited seats. So when we looked at the opened the books of what's happening with the medical school, guess what? In Toronto, I will ask a quick question because I got it wrong the first time. Can anyone guess when was the last time a medical school was built in Toronto, not just Scarborough, in Toronto overall, medical school to produce talented doctors? Any guess? Any wild guess? 65 years. 65? Look, I was very close. I was 1940s. I was around that. I was wrong. I was terribly wrong. The last time a medical school was built in Toronto was 1843. And since then, the population not double or triple, over 10 times. There's a need for more doctors, more nurses, everything will quadruple. So that's why we had presentation under the leadership of Premier Doug Ford. We are building the first ever medical school, and 4 stories already built. The first batch will start 2025 in downtown, and they will come shift to Scarborough 2026. It's just on Morningside and Military Trail. So when you just drive by before you go on 401, just drive 2 minutes beyond 401, you'll see a huge medical school. The reason I'm saying is Scarborough is thriving. There are a lot of projects happening, whether it's like subways or dialysis units. There are a lot of things happening. But what makes Scarborough, like Sean said, is Scarborough is these stories. So let's continue to come together, like how we go together for a birthday party or wedding for a community. When someone's opened a business, we should go like how they are doing a wedding in the family and go support it. That's how communities grow. Again, we all know this is not something coming from me. It's coming from all the ancestors across the world. Unity will definitely brings more success than division. So let's be united in 2025. Let's stay together and let's celebrate the diversity and let's celebrate the Bangladeshi cuisine as well. So thank you so much for having me. And I brought a certificate on behalf of Ontario government. Is it the right time to give or should I give it after? Okay, perfect. So this is on behalf of Ontario government to the owner. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure and honor.
No, it's my honor.
That's the end of speeches. And I know all of you are enjoying. So food's there, tea's here. enjoy, network, and keep on thriving the business of Shatkara. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum. This is from Shatkara Fine Food Morning Side. আমাদের আজকে গ্র্যান্ড ওপেনিং হচ্ছে, অনেকে এসেছেন আমাদেরকে সাপোর্ট করছেন, সেটার জন্য ধন্যবাদ। আমরা হাঁটি হাঁটি পা পা করে ছোট একটা রেস্টুরেন্ট দিয়েছি, ক্যাটারিং থেকে শুরু করে। এখানে আমাদের ডাইনিং আছে, আমাদের টেক আউট আছে, এবং আমরা মেইনলি অনেক বড় বড় ক্যাটারিং করি। বিয়ে, জন্মদিন, রমজানের সময় আমাদের সমস্ত ক্যাটারিং যায়, এবং সবাই আসবেন, আমাদেরকে সাপোর্ট করবেন। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ।